State championship Saturday in Arlington quite often carries with it state championship pedigrees. That is certainly the case in the UIL 6A Division I state title. The Duncanville Panthers won back-to-back crowns in 2022 and 2023. They're back in the title round. The team the Panthers beat to get to the state championship round and the team they defeated to win those back-to-back state titles is Galena Park North Shore. But the Mustangs won the first 3 meetings with Duncanville. And now the Mustangs are back in the title round. Familiar foes once more going at it for all the marbles. The UIL 6A Division I State Football Championship. The North Shore Mustangs against the Duncanville Panthers. We'll kick it off for the Mustangs. Happy you're with us. Here we go, part 6. And it'll be fair caught. In fact, it'll just bounce into the end zone. It's at the top of your screen. First play from scrimmage is a pass to Yancey. Here he goes. And Yancey picks up a first down on the first offensive play from scrimmage brought down. Linebackers. On 2nd down and 5. And Rivers slings it out to the left side. Ball caught. Big run after the catch by Zach Turner. Senior receiver takes that downfield for 16 yards.
Very efficient offensive play calling here to start for Duncanville, and you can see Jacorian Rivers just getting himself in rhythm, getting the ball out there to his playmakers, as we talked about. Zach Turner getting into the action here, the big wide receiver on the outside at 6'3", and he's a playmaker, and they definitely want to get the ball in his hands multiple times today.
Possession of the ball game. And sweeping around, turning it down to the 35, still on his feet is Ason Theus. And Ason Theus takes it an ace, as they like to call him, inside the 15, down to the 14, a pickup of 30
Came
yards.
Across the backfield, and he took it out to the outside, just kind of reading where the blockers are, and he found a pretty gaping hole there. And big play there for Duncanville, sets him up inside the 20.
And pass goes in the middle, and it's picked off. Intercepted, bringing it back is Tony Guillory, and Guillory comes up with the interception to stop the Duncanville drive. Guillory with the pick, and the ball goes over to North Shore.
But I'm not sure he does. He's looking for him to turn to the outside, but he doesn't do that. And you see the interception there by Guillory. Great job of just being right on the spot there when opportunity calls. Take that ball and take it the other way. Good job.
Miscommunication on the route leads to the turnover. And North Shore goes right to work. That's Zakiah Johnson, the running back, offset to the right of Caleb Maryland, who quickly swings it out to the right side for a short gain as he worked it to Aubrey Johnson. And that Mustang offense, you see Caleb Maryland's impressive numbers, has thrown the 8 picks, 34 touchdowns, and that completion percentage of over 64%, and also has carried it to the tune of nearly 550 yards on the ground and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's going to give you a lot of offense with the skills that he has, and he's a leader out there too. That young man is a guy who knows how to distribute the football well.
On 2nd and 7, in trouble now, and he'll go down. Brought down by Kevin Ford, the senior defensive end who is headed for the University of Florida on the sack.
Well, Ford, who just gets around the right offensive tackle and does a nice job there to squeeze in the pocket, making it small, and then he finishes it off by sacking the quarterback here. Caleb Maryland steps up in the pocket, but he's unable to escape.
360 and a little zip over to the 15. Now hit as he threw from behind, and the ball comes up well short of the target because he was popped pretty good by Landon Barnes coming off the edge. That Duncanville turnover, and the kick is away from LaDamian DeFries. Fielding it right at midfield was Ace Theus, 48. Rivers with some time, hang it up deep down the sidelines, and that's going to be out of play. Closest man with a shot to pick it off was Michael White to receive it for North Shore. Line drive kick, and it takes North Shore bounce. Now rolls back a little bit for back to the ground again, and then bouncing it outside, trying to turn it upfield is Johnson. Nice run as he went around the corner and back to the ground again, and it will be a first down. Lowering the shoulder and then breaking out of some tackles, still on his feet. Across the 40-yard line, ball did pop out, but after Johnson had spun forward, he picked up 15 yards on 3rd down and 1.
Derby top, and all of a sudden he pops out again and keeps going. Here's 1 tackle missed. There's 2 tackles missed. And then he gets another yards after contact there. great first down there for North Shore.
Mustangs on the move on their second possession. His first state title, tied at 21 in the fourth. The Panthers running back Caden Durham scores his third touchdown of the game. Duncanville is on top. Just over a minute to go. North Shore driving, but facing a fourth down. And David Amador keeping it, but tackled right at the line to gain inches short in his fifth game on the state title stage. Reginald Samples gets his first state championship. Duncanville brings home its first trophy since 1998 with that 28-21 win over North Shore. What a thriller. We've had, obviously, some thrillers starting with the first one with the Hail Mary, but there have been some other really good ones like that one.
And congratulations to the players. They got the little water dunk in there at the end just after that happened on Coach Samples, and he was smiling, taking it all the way. That was fun.
Yeah, he said afterwards he was happy to have it. On first down, back to the ground, breaking free is Joe McKinney. McKinney will take it right to the 30-yard line, a gain of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, McKinney's got a little bit of an increased role here over the last few weeks. You know, he's been, one in the stable of backs there, one of the three running backs, just calling the plays and making things work for him.
Now sweeping around the corner as they'll go to Ace Diaz, try to turn it upfield in a short gain, a gain of 3 to the 33-yard line. Quickly outside of Yancey, trying to shake a defender, cannot do it. On him, the weak side linebacker, Deshaun Royal. That's his 100th in the season, and it goes for a loss of a yard.
Impressive. He just sees the ball thrown out there from the linebacker role, which is kind of a weak side, kind of outside of the box of the defense. He's able to trigger there, no blocking on him, so he's one who can get there unimpaired, and he makes a nice play.
Rivers. Some time and chucks it deep. Had a man open, but overthrew it. And the kick. Kick goes high, not especially deep. It goes downfield and does take a little bit of a Panther roll. He'll be down at the 37-yard line, however. Just proudly represent, they say, the east side of the greater Houston area, and they rolled through the greater Houston area all the way to the state semifinals, beating Deer Park, Ridgepoint, Cy Falls, and Dickinson, a good Dickinson ball club. And then in the state semifinal, defense just slowly constricted the life out of Lake Travis in that state semifinal.
Yeah, could not get anything going Lake Travis, and North Shore comes home with a huge victory and another state title opportunity.
Maryland looking to follow a block, and it's able to pick
very well for both teams.
Second down, quick play action outside and then breaking tackles into Duncanville territory is Jalen Bocard. His first touch of the day, and he really is.
But this time you just take a playmaker and you put it in his hands and you say, hey, you got to make something happen here. So he makes one guy miss the line of scrimmage, and then he's off to the races there. Gets a big gain there for North Shore.
Gain of 20 and a first down for the Mustangs at the Duncanville 40-yard line. Approaching the first meeting between these two was an instant classic back in 2018. Just over a minute to go, and Jaquindon Jackson will take it across the goal line on the keeper to give Duncanville the lead, 36-35. North Shore would need a miracle to win. Well, final play of the game, Demetrius Davis heaves it to the end zone. A.J. Carter, a name that North Shore fans will always remember, there to pull down the Hail Mary catch. Final play of the 2018 season, the Hail Mary from North Shore. John K's Mustangs taking home the 6A Division I championship, one of the greatest state title games ever played. That was just the first one. And we were right here.
Right down there in that corner. I'm pointing right to that corner where that ball was caught. That was an amazing game, an amazing call, Craig.
It was like you said, it was an amazing week of state championship games, and that was the final play of the season. Maybe we're in stores. What a catch made by. It was an amazing week of state championship games, and that was the final play of the season. We're in store for something similar this evening. We'll find out. Back to throw is Rivers. Deep downfield with a man open. That is caught. What a catch made by Trenton Yancey.
Ball in the backfield. He can be a little quarterback for you if you need him. He can punt the football. And guess what? He can also be an electric wide receiver, which he really is. Trenton Yancey does a nice job of just tracking the ball, not giving the clues until the ball is getting there late, so that the defender doesn't able to get his hands in there to break that up. And good job of pulling in a big play.
Indeed, at the 30. And to the ground, that's to Leon Wood, who carries it forward. And Wood inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. And Rivers looking. Now the pressure coming. Can he get away? Does, but he can't pick up the first down. Slides down at the 19. Only a gain of a yard, and it brings up 4th down. And Yancey lining up in the Wildcat set to take the snap. Flags go down. About to hit 0.
No foul on the play prior to the snap. Timeout. Duncanville.
Yeah, things were not going well.
In a Wildcat set to take the snap. We mentioned he's the backup quarterback to Rivers, but they can do a lot of things with him out of this formation, and here he goes. And he'll try to run it, and he'll pick it up. A quick burst of speed and put it inside.
He has got some juice now. When you look at this young man and what he can do, he's a very talented athlete and just very forceful.
And he did not pick it up.
Wow.
They ruled the knee down just shy of the 15-yard line.
We'd have to take a closer look at that. I thought that he had made the line to gain. We're here, but I'm just looking at the play here. Here's a closer look at it here. Does the knee get down there before he gets to the line to gain? Certainly does.
So
he had to stretch out there, and yeah, he just does not. He's trying to reach there, but his elbow is down. They're going to call that ball wherever it is down there.
Utah State continued his football career at the collegiate level, and he rolls right, looking. Pressure coming, able to get rid of it, and what a diving catch made by Aubrey Johnson. The first one to Johnson on the boundary.
I like what's going on here with the quarterback, Caleb Maryland. He's rolling around, trying to get some space there, and then he sees one of his receivers right there. He throws it in front of him, so him to go out there, dive, and make that grab, and that's exactly what happened. So excellent job by North Shore here of continuing this drive.
Midway mark of quarter number 2 in the state title game, and no score so far. Maryland. Play action, and then the pressure coming, able to get it, and he's got a man open. Caught down at the 41-yard line, and that was Barnes coming out to make the grab.
And that was pressure, no pressure there, but the defensive pressure from where they do get to him, and he steps up into the pocket here. Watch him make space, and then he finds an open receiver as the defender stepped up in front. Shouldn't have come up. He could have stayed back in his coverage, and that would have negated this opportunity. But Maryland does a good job of getting the ball out there in the first down.
On 3rd down and 8. Out of an empty set for Caleb Maryland. 5 wide outs, no running backs, and too much on that one. 3:46, and Duncanville has 1 timeout remaining in the 2-minute timeout as well, and Trenton Yancey in to carry it directly on 1st down in his own 20-yard line. Corey Rivers, the deep drop. Now has some running room, but he's going to throw, and he has to throw it away, but a flag's coming in. Now, what Willie Gaskins argues that pass was nowhere near catchable. The question is it pass interference or is it holding? If it's holding, it doesn't matter whether the pass was catchable.
I think it's holding on the defense here.
That'd be a 10-yard penalty and a 1st down for Duncanville. Not happening.
Holding on the defense, number 23. 10-yard penalty.
It's called on Marvin Bayo, who is on the opposite side at corner. And you see Willie Gaston not happy at all with the call.
He's thinking that the ball is thrown, though, but this is completely, irrespective of where that ball was thrown anywhere.
All areas of the state, just about all of them are represented here at Arlington in these state championships. However, it's pretty plain and simple that the greater Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and the greater Houston area really have locked horns over these past several years, especially in the larger classifications. There's a pass and a catch upfield. On the move is Ace Diaz, and a gain of 5 yards.
On the field.
1st down. It is Rivers trying to fight, or rather Yancey trying to follow blocks as he turned the corner. And of course, North Shore looking for Yancey. Had to use that one before
they had to use it
on 3rd down. And now going deep downfield, that is incomplete. And certainly looking for the flag was Theus.
Yeah, Theus wanted it. There's a hand in his back as I saw them running down the field.
That's Marvin Bayo, as you see right there. Yeah, you're right. There's some contact. And now
Bayo, you see him getting hand up there. And great throw, though.
Let the half expire.
Play game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Gary, this is right about the spot here where nothing else just to make Duncanville have to punt. And they'll sweep it around the left side. This is going to lose. No, it's still going to lose yardage. Diaz did a good job to keep it from being about a 5-yard loss. It still winds up losing a yard. And there's the North Shore timeout we thought might be coming.
With their defense, just quickness there. Omari Demison come in there. Wow. just makes that play in the backfield and gets some help.
Nice snap by Duncanville punting, excuse me, and then North Shore rush came in, and now it will bounce, and the Panthers will let it college football playoff. All right, down with the knee, and that's going to do it. So here we are at halftime, and a scoreless first half. As we said, this game is probably going to be a lot different than the first 5, simply the indication we got in the first quarter, Gary.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a matchup that's just going to go, I think, down to the wire, as you said, Craig. So this is
Watts for the kickoff, and this was a little short field at the 17-yard line, and bringing it out over the 25-yard line is Rashad Williams, a sophomore.
Duncanville's defense did not bend at all.
Hezekiah Johnson in the backfield, but before they get going, looks like we'll have another penalty. It'll be a false start against the Mustangs.
False start on the offense, number 19. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Joined up there as well by DeFries. But this is going to the ground, and a nice run on second down to take it across the 30. And now on third down, and a long 6 needed for the first. Looking for it. And then downfield. Does have a man. And was it held?
Yes.
It was. What a catch by Jalen Bocard again.
And Bocard comes down with this thing. He's definitely going to be impacted by the defense. But he pulls that ball in and lands on both shoulders. He actually had a shoulder injury that he came back from a year ago. And right there, it just pulls down a huge play here for North Shore to start this third quarter.
They're reviewing the play.
It may have come loose over his shoulder.
Best part of all of this is this.
Look at this. Look at this upside down catch. Now the ball is going to move. It's going to impact the ground. But does he have control of it there? And he still has control of it. I don't think this is going to change.
I don't think it's enough to overturn the call. And I'll tell you what, the best part of all of this is seeing Jalen Bocard able to get up after taking a spill like that.
Yeah, and especially thinking about he had a shoulder injury a year ago. He missed the first 10 or 11 ball games. He only had 1 reception last year late in the season and wasn't able to come back and be a huge factor for him. But this season, he's definitely been on fire. He is their leading receiver. And
complete the catch.
Oh, my goodness.
Incomplete pass. Fourth down.
Rivers with some time across the middle, too much on it. Ball play action. Maryland stepping up the throw deep, looking downfield, and just a little too much on it. He was looking for Dorian Barnes, who could not catch up to the pass.
Try to get 5 on him. You see the pressure here coming from the linebacker coming up. It is man coverage, and so it's one-on-one out there. And trying to throw that ball just leads him a little bit too far. I think he's looking at his receiver here coming into the middle of the field here across that star, and just leads him a little bit too far. We talked about them over 3 bills all the way across.
So now from the 16 on 3rd and 13. We'll set up the screen and cannot connect. We're looking for Marcus Stewart, too much on it. And Gary, you brought it up, and it bears repeating. The pass rush on both sides is really limiting what each quarterback is able to do because he just doesn't have much time.
Getting leverage. He just knows when it's a one-on-one battle, he finds a way to get past him. We'll see if he can get to the quarterback today, guys. All
right, thanks very much. And slant route to Trenton Yancey on first down, picks up 13 yards in a first down for Duncanville.
Yeah, good job on moving the ball. Quick strike there, good pass. And 4 minutes into this third quarter, I flipped my spotting board 3 times. We haven't gone anywhere, but yet that
See
was
if we get an update on where that is. Meanwhile, Leon Wood steps back in the backfield, and Rivers going deep and unable to get it, but a late flag is going to be thrown. Zach Turner was the target.
It's not a good one because he is one of their
interference on the defense, number 23. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Look at Marvin Bayo here, number 23. He's just got a hold on it. That's holding, and and all of a sudden, when you get the balls in your area and it goes over the top there, it turns into pass interference. So good call there by the officials.
Trent Yancey back in there to punt. Now it does take a little bit of a duck and roll, although, so it's at least good to see Yancey ended up earning offensive player of the game honors. Deep pass down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Caleb Maryland on a rollout pass, and that is right at the line, and it's enough for the first down. Jalen Bocard.
Strike on the outside to Bocard. Good shot that time by Caleb Maryland. He knows exactly where he is on the field. That's good heady awareness there on the receiver's part. Managed most of the time around those offensive tackles. He's explosive.
So now North Shore with the benefit of that and off play action. Here's Maryland going deep. Got the man. Caught. Touchdown. Guess who? Jalen Bocard in for the first score of the 6A state championship.
Team here, and more importantly for North Shore, they're going to toss this ball down there. You take a look at Caleb Maryland and what the arm strength he has, and he hits a dime right there to his #1 receiver, Jalen Bocard, and the Stangs got a touchdown on the board.
And that kick is good.
Great job there getting behind the defense. That ball's just perfectly thrown, just an easy catch. Looks like an easy toss, and just a little day at the office there for Caleb Maryland.
For Jalen Bocard, it's his 14th touchdown catch, and hey, there's a scoring drive to recap. 72 yards, 6 plays, only took 212 on the 44-yard shot. Maryland to Bocard, giving North Shore the 7-0 lead.
Caleb Maryland's not the biggest guy. He's 5'11", 180, but that arm strength from midfield to toss that ball into the end zone, excellent job of getting it done.
This will be fielded at the 4-yard line, and out across the 25 is Theus.
Completely unbalanced formation here, so they're going to bring a little pressure.
Yep, blitz coming, and
bring in extra pressure. You see they're going to be all spread here. See what's going to happen. See if they can work something inside, maybe an in-cut route there.
Here it is again, outside again.
The one-man screen does it.
Once again, this time it goes to LaDamian DeFries.
2 receivers out there, so he's going to be the blocker, and then the next player inside out is going to be the receiver, catches the football and gets that first down. Well done again.
North Shore first down. Randall back in the backfield. Quick pass again. Hey, if it's working, why not? This time it goes to DeFries again. And keeping it himself, trying to turn the corner, able to do so down to the 5.
Yeah, there's going to be a holding penalty, Craig, here on the left tackle. Left defensive end was held there. Watch the left
Still
side.
second down.
Left side of your screen there. There's that holding right there. That's the offensive tackle. That's
well, they actually called it. Yeah, they called it on Christopher Tolson, the sophomore, and that's who Willie Gasson was talking to. He had him face to face, giving him some coaching instruction there, teaching moment. And here's the crucial part of this. The Mustangs out of field goal range. Right now it's back at the 19. They go back to the ground, bouncing forward and inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line is John. This is going to be a 27-yard try. Towards Bradford to snap it. Javoris Taylor to hold. 27-yard field goal trying to extend the North Shore lead, and that kick is good.
Formation here to start this drive.
And outside trying to get free upfield, able to do so. Lost the ball out of bounds, but not before Asen Theus.
Everybody out there, watch the front side here. Everyone is kind of a screen block. They've got a blocking assignment, and then there's just the running back has to navigate through there, which he does and does well.
Over the middle, caught, and nice run after a catch by Zach Turner. Help from Xavier Waters as well.
Watch on the little leg, got the leg tackle down there.
So Desmond Christian, the first guy to hit, and Waters finished him off, and now it is 4th down, and Duncanville looking at it, got to go for it. You're 8.5 to go.
You down a couple of scores, you got it. This is 4th quarter football.
Down. On 4th down, once more, Yancey, he'll have it. Stepped out of a tackle, could have been dropped short of the mark, but was able to step through it, and just enough to move the chains to pick up the first down. We'll look at it there with Trenton Yancey.
Good block there on the out.
Once more, Rivers looking to throw with some time. Now he's going to run. And still running. Slides down short of the first down.
Well,
2nd down and 2. To the ground again and trying to spin forward. It is a little bit short inside the final half of the final quarter. On 3rd down, Yancey Looks to throw, and he's got a man wide open. Downfield, caught. Duncanville touchdown. Zach Turner.
Turner, who's to the right there, lines up. He's got a little dual thumb block, and then he runs right past him, and Yancey sees him well, gets that ball to him, and then the run after the catch into the end zone.
An important point after try coming for Mitchell Watts. Pull Duncanville to within 3. And the kick is good. It's a 10-7 ball game. Timeouts. And the 2-minute timeout. How about the play here, Gary?
Yeah, Zach Turner just runs by. There's nobody going to come account for him because they're expecting something near the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden, this game is really going to come down to who has the ball last, it seems like, as Duncanville's going to try to get a stop here in this next drive against North Shore to possibly get their offense back out there. As you take a look at Yancey with his hands in the air, knowing he throws a touchdown pass for his football
with these
team.
other meetings of the past between these two teams.
Well, no, there's been no explosive walk off with that state championship ring.
Here's Watts with the kick. Bounce. Moving upfield. Down, gain, stop. And they have that right here, or do they? No. And it turns into a big gainer. How about Johnson? Hezekiah Johnson looked like he was going to go down for no gain, maybe even a loss. Fought off 2 would-be tacklers.
Hey, I can't? You say I can't? Well, yes, I can. Hezekiah says, hey, I can. Yes, take it, take that. I can. He runs through this. He runs through all those tackles till he gets to the sideline.
Second down. Sweeping around the corner. And he'll be stepping out of bounds to stop the clock is Maryland. Maryland out of the shotgun. Pumps. Looks. Pressure coming. He's going to go down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
He decided to step up into the pocket here. He's looking on the outside, thinking he's going to have a receiver, but nobody open there, so he takes it down and has to run it. And Damian LaFreeze does a nice job there for North Shore, coming across and making a tackle. Ball just haven't been fielded.
Here's the kick. Very high, but not deep. Let's see what kind of a bounce it takes. He kicks back like one of Gary Reason's 9-irons to the green. That's not what North Shore wanted there.
Come this way.
Rivers swings it out. Behind a ceiling block, turning it upfield. As catch and run. Timeouts and the 2-minute stoppage. Back the throw over the middle, incomplete. Boy, breaking on the ball. And that was a once more Rivers pressure coming now. He's going to go down at the 40-yard line.
Player number 99, watch him. He's on the right guard there. Just gets around, just keep pushing, keep working.
Rivers.
And they bring 5.
Steps up over the middle. It is caught, and it is a 1st down. Zach Turner. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. The question is, will Duncanville try to get another playoff, or let it run to the 2-minute timeout? Duncanville gets another playoff before the 2-minute timeout. Downfield looking for Turner again, and it's incomplete. Corey Rivers, all play action, downfield. A lot of grappling back and forth, incomplete.
Watch the receiver here. He's 6'4", trying to make something happen, but great coverage there on the defensive side. Number 23, they're out there. Marvin Bayo doing a good job of coverage.
Duncanville forced to use its final timeout.
Oh, that's amazing.
Play clock was running to 0. And
well, that's just not executed well enough from the sideline to the playing field. Having to burn a timeout there in a critical situation when you need to use that timeout to your advantage, potentially when you throw a ball in the middle of the field to stop that clock or slow the clock down so it doesn't run out on you here when you're trying to come back against this North Shore football team. Coverage going to look here for North Shore.
And that one is over the middle. It's Turner again. It's a catch, a stop of the clock to move the chains.
Good job of cutting in here, getting that ball from the underneath side and right up there at the numbers.
10-15 yards away from feeling good about field goal range, and they may get it right here. Rivers will step out of bounds. A 1st down carry down to 90 seconds.
Previous play here where they got that 1st down, little fake inside, and he's got number 1 on the in cut there, Zach Turner, that 6'3" receiver. He's gone to him before, and he goes back to him again and makes another completion for a 1st down.
For that. But they're thinking more. Over the middle, and Turner couldn't hold that one. Again in a 3rd down and 10.
This is the fastball. Watch this ball pop on him right there. He just couldn't get his hands up fast enough because it just hit him up in the shoulder pad.
3rd down and 4 after that 6-yard run on 1st down. Duncanville at the North Shore 26. And trying to sweep around the corner. It's trouble now, cutting it back inside. It's still going to be short of the 1st down.
And the clock's running here, Craig.
Yep, it's 4th down coming up.
Decision here, get at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Duncanville is taking a long time here to get up there. What are they going to do? Are they going to do this? They may get a penalty here.
They have to. It's down to 20 on the play clock. Got to be sure here because it's 4th down, but you're right. Time running, under a minute to go. Play clock down to 12 as they break the huddle.
This is the
do or die
game
right here. 4th down and 3. Rivers looking, dumps it outside off the hands. Leon Wood could not hold it. The ball will go over on downs, and North Shore is going to win the state title.
Well, Craig, I'm going to tell you, it's the defense of North Shore that won this football game today. They took a talented offense from Duncanville and said, hey, you guys are not going to get away with a whole lot of offense with us. And they certainly didn't. They bent here late in this ball game, but they did not break. 2 plays here just as evidence of really what their offense, their defense is all about. Trying to get a little speed sweep here to the outside. No going. Look at those hats. 5 hats on that tackle. That's the heart of that North Shore defense right there. And then this last play, unfortunate there for the young man, Leon Wood. Unable to make that grab. It would have been a turn up there. And I tell you, Coach Willie, he says, hey, he asked the head coach for North Shore saying, we've got this one now.
And they do. They've snapped it one time, and that's all they need to do. And disappointment certainly for Duncanville, but for Willie Gaston, it will be his first state championship as head coach at North Shore.
We very much enjoyed talking to him. He's a great guy. And North Shore, they've got it done.
The state championship is going east side. So the east side of the greater Houston area, the North Shore Mustangs, the UIL 6A Division I state champions of Texas.
We recognize the 6A Division I football state champs, the Mustangs of North Shore High School, with a record of 14-2.
On top in Texas, after a slugfest with the Duncanville Panthers, North Shore claims state title number 6.
Yeah, and it climbs to 4. 4-2 now. Instead of, could have gone 3-3 if Duncanville had won it. But the matchup now, North Shore Duncanville here at AT&T, the state championship games, it goes to 4-2.